morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We're on our way to Cars and Coffee today. I believe it is our last event at Clipper Stadium. We might be doing more in the future, but we'll keep an eye on that and check it out and see what we do. I'd like to talk about my experience yesterday bike shopping. I went out shopping with a couple of buddies of mine to look at some new bikes. As everybody knows, I sold the $11.99. So now I'm in the market for something a little bit different, something new, and something more fun. Obviously, I'm out on the Honda this morning on my way to Cars and Coffee. But we went on a trip to Coopersburg, Pennsylvania, to take a look at the Ducati, Aprilia, and MV Agusta dealership, Euro Sports, up there in Coopersburg. It was a good experience. They had a good bit of bikes there, which was nice. Only thing I don't like, and a lot of dealerships do this, is they don't really like test rides, of course. They did have a demo model of the RSV4, the 2017 RSV4 RR, which was pretty cool. My only complaint with that is it just doesn't fit me. It's not very comfortable for me. I'm a little guy. I'm only about 5'9"-ish. So the bike feels big and heavy for me, and I'm really stretched out and on my tippy toes on that bike, so I wasn't thrilled with that. Unfortunately, the Ducatis, the $12.99 and the $9.59, they seem to fit me better, and I think it's because they're more narrow at the seat, so I'm not as stretched out on them, which makes me feel a little more comfortable on them. I was really surprised they did have a MV Agusta F3 800. It was used. That bike was really good looking. I think it was a 2013, and I'm kind of kicking myself now because I didn't ride it, but it fit me really well. I sat on it and I could almost flat foot it. It felt really small and compact, and it was just a great feel for me, and that's kind of how I shop for bikes, because a lot of people don't let you ride them, so you sit on it, you feel it, and you hope for the best with it, really. I mean, I didn't test ride my Honda here before I got it. I just went to the dealership, said that's the one, and made the deal and took the bike home. So I'm really happy with the Honda, which I guess I'm lucky, but a lot of dealerships don't let you test ride bikes, and that's kind of a bummer because it's a big investment. You're not spending $5 grand on a bike. On some of these bikes you're spending $17,000 to $20,000 on the bikes, and that's a big chunk of change, and if you get it home and you don't like it, then you're kind of stuck with it, which is a shame. But they had the Aprilia and they had test rides on that, which was cool. It's a great bike, it's a lot of fun, but I don't know if that's what I'm going to end up going with. I think I'm leaning more towards the 959, which I'll be missing the single-sided swing arm and some of the fun electronic goodies, but I guess that's alright. I still want to ride the Honda Fireblade, the new CBR 1000, but no dealership lets you ride that, which is kind of a bummer. But that bike is, it's a Honda, so it's comfortable. It fits me really well, which is nice. It has a lot of the fun electronic goodies, which is cool, which is kind of what I'm looking for. So I got to take a look at that a little closer and see if I can con a local dealership into letting me ride one of those. That way I get the full feel for it and the experience to see if I really like it or not. Only problem with the Fireblade is the color schemes. I like the SP model, but I don't like the color scheme of it. So I'm not sure if that's what I would go with. The standard model, you can get some of the fun stuff with the quick shifter and ABS and all that, which is nice. And the only version of that one that I would get is the all black, but I'm not a fan of the red on the all black one. So we'll see what I figure out with that, but still like to ride the Honda. Hopefully I can take one of those out for a spin and do a video on it so you can get my first impressions of it. After we were at the Aprilia dealership, we went and grabbed some lunch, and then we headed out to Scott Power Sports, which is right down the road, and they have Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and KTM. They didn't have a whole lot of KTM bikes, which nobody really does, because I guess nobody buys the street bike of the KTM, which is fine. But they did have the new R6, and I love the R6. I love the look of it. But again, it just wasn't comfortable for me. The old R6 isn't comfortable for me either, so that's kind of why I've never gotten one of those. It feels like your legs are really stretched apart, like the seat's really wide on it, and again, I'm on my tippy toes on it. And then the other thing I don't like about the R6 is, I think the price was $12,500 on it for the black one, which is the one I would get. And then the price of the R1 is $16,500. So for another $4,000, I can get the R1, and the R1 has a whole lot more fun stuff in it than the R6 does. So I was struggling with the price a little bit on it. The $4,000 jump doesn't seem all that bad to me on the R1. If you're telling me the R6 is $10,000 or $9,000, then it would be a different story. Then it's a clear choice to go with the R6. But I think the jump from $12,000 to $16,000 isn't that much, and I don't know if that's what Yamaha's trying to do. They're trying to push you to the R1, but I think you'd have to be silly to buy the R6. It just doesn't make sense for me. I mean, yeah, I'd like to have a 600. I love the way 600s ride and the way they feel, but that price is just kind of high in my opinion, considering the R1 and other 1000 cc's are only 16. Not that 16 is a small number, but you probably get what I'm saying with that. So, in short, I haven't made a decision on what I'm going for. Unfortunately, I don't know which way I'm going to go. I don't know what I'm going to get yet. And I'm kind of stuck at a crossroads. I don't know if there is that perfect bike out there for me or not. But I'm still leaning towards the Ducatis. I love the Ducatis. I love the look. I love the feel. So we'll see what I end up doing. And I'm in no rush to buy this year because it's almost the end of the season. It's August now. So we're getting towards the end of the season. Maybe there will be some better deals out there in a couple months, and maybe next year I'll have something new and exciting to ride and to share with you guys. So, quick video on my shopping experience yesterday. There will be more shopping. Unfortunately, I didn't film anything yesterday. It was just a quick trip with some friends. But in the future, if I go and if I get to ride anything, I will certainly share that with you guys. Drop a comment below if you have any feedback on the bikes and which way you think I should go. As always, like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys for the next video. Take care.